Huge news in Gainesville. Thomas Houck officially returning. This is after the news has been announced of Alex Condon coming back. We know that Boogie Flan has announced that he's returning. The odds are that Ruben Chenyalu comes back, although nothing is official. Look, first off, two things. One, we're in a new era of college basketball. Okay, you've got a top 10 projected pick in lots of websites coming back. That wasn't happening 5 years ago. But second off, unless if proven otherwise, Florida is the preseason number one in college basketball. They're the title favorite for 2027. It's rare, man, in the portal era that you get three starters even coming back. But three guys that are supposed to get drafted in the NBA, two of them first round, one of them's a top 10 pick. That's really rare. It's rare you get three champions coming back. Florida has that. And a critical analysis of this team last year, I'm going to look into it. Led the whole nation in offensive rebounds per game, total rebounds per game, top 5 in defensive rebounding, top 15 in team blocks per game, top 20 in two-point field goal percentage, top 20 in free throw attempts, top 5 in two-point makes per game, and defensively, they had one of the best rim defenses in college basketball. They were darn near unstoppable on the inside last year. And that was Florida was consistently looked at as the best front court in college basketball last year. Again, it's rare to get three starters back just in total for some teams. Getting three NBA guys back, three champions back, incredibly rare. So this is the preseason number one. And looking at them last year, they were a great team. They were a 1 seed. Obviously, they weren't as good as they were in 2025. I want to get into why. Why weren't they? And why could that change in 2027? So Florida played extremely fast last year. 21% of possessions in transition. That's at the top 5% of college basketball. Okay. And last year, I should say, meaning 2025. 1.31 points per possession in transition. I'm about to get really nerdy on you. That's at the top 0.5% of the sport. Why were they able to do that? If you watch that 25 Florida team, you watch Walter Clayton, Elijah Martin, Will Richard, I was blown away at how many just pull-up three-point jumpers that they would take in transition. It was constant, and it was quick, right? Well, the exact stats right here, they were at the top 9% of college basketball in dribble pull-up jumper frequency, but they were in the top 4% of college basketball in dribble pull-up jumper make percentage. And they rebounded super well, but they had shooters, right? 13% of possessions came in from threes on offensive rebound, boom, kick out for three. That's at the top 10% of college basketball. Top 10% of college basketball and inside-out possessions, meaning post guy gets doubled, bam, kick out for three. Lots of scoring came from their guards just draining quick perimeter shots. 2026 rolls around. Okay. Clayton, Martin, Richard, all those guys are gone. And all three of those guys, 40% are over from three. Todd Golden gets Boogie Flan, Zaven Lee in the portal. I question the fit with Zaven Lee because going from a really slow team like Princeton to one of the quickest teams in the sport in Florida, that's a big stylistic change. Less catch and shoots, more off the dribble. Xavier Lee and Boogie Flan took 9.2 threes per game last year and only made 2.5 of them, 27%. Both hit major shooting slumps. So as a result, Florida, this high-frequency dribble pull-up jumper team, was averaging just 0.77 points per possession off of dribble pull-up jumpers. Bottom 25% in college basketball in that category. And they were in the top 40% in frequency. And from November to January, by the way, Florida was in 2026, Florida was in like the top 20 percentile in dribble pull-up frequency. And then Todd Golden quickly realized, all right, this isn't working out. We got to change what we're doing here. And they stopped taking him. They started playing through Chenyalu a little bit more and Condon in the post a little bit more. As a result, Florida, this team that was really good from three 2 years ago, was 321st in three-point percentage. And their offense became fairly one-dimensional. So you had this team that honestly had national championship level talent. You got numerous NBA guys. You got NBA level size, national championship level size, national championship front court, national championship coach. There was one thing, and I didn't even mention national champion on defense too. They're one of the best defenses in the sport. There was quite possibly one thing holding that team back from being Michigan level, right, as opposed to being the tier below that. Guard play, which in a Todd Golden system is extremely important because you've got a team playing super fast. You need a lot of guys who can take pull-up jumpers. So we pivot on to 2027. Them bringing back Denzel Aberdeen is absolutely huge for them. Huge. Thomas Howell coming back is huge. Alex Condon coming back is huge. But that wasn't what convinced me that they were going to be the preseason number one. It's Denzel Aberdeen. Denzel Aberdeen, I'll be a great defender, near 3-1 assist turnover ratio, so he's capable of being their point guard, is a 36% three-point shooter. And that is quite possibly the only thing that was holding Florida back last year. They get him back. And now, guys like Clavsar, Isaiah Brown, CJ Ingram. Clavsar is a 41% three-point shooter. They just didn't play him a lot because of his size. Defensive statistics were worse with him on the floor. Isaiah Brown, he was only a sophomore. He'll get a year older. CJ Ingram was only a freshman. That's a 5-star recruit. He'll get a year older. So you're looking at the preseason number one in college basketball. You're looking at the national champion, projected favorite, unless proven otherwise, because there really isn't a single weakness of this team. And I would bet that Boogie Flan's going to shoot better than he did last year. I would. And with that front court, and you finally have some dudes who can shoot that are now a year older, and Aberdeen will be ready to play from day one. That's a national championship team. No doubt about it.